that in GCIoT 2019, we launched the first Arab IoT and AI challenge for the first year. We got 4 countries, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and Palestine, Lebanon, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and Oman.
How to maintain it. Digital twin is a 3D real-time model in which you can monitor and control any component, navigate through the model, and give instruction on how to solve any problem and highlight it in the model. This is some photos from the application. Finally, the web application. It's a 2D model that can monitor and control sensors and actuators of the factory. Several industry fields that provide the gateway, like ABB, Siemens, and Schneider, but our product have some benefit across for platforms. We're not done yet, so we have a future plans for our model so it can be more efficient and user-friendly, and we predict by mid-2022 to be ready for the market. This is our business model, and we are targeting, there are 3,000 traditional factories in Egypt. We are targeting them first, and we hope to enlarge our system to the whole country. This is our team members, and thank you. I'm ready for the questions from anyone. There is a video for our project, if I can show it to you. Can I play the video for the... This is our production line. Gateway, it sends the data showing the temperature, the voltage, the currents, and we can control it from the application. As you can see, the voltage.
Have you seen something like this? Like this? What about this? Heart diseases are the #1 cause. Every year, we lose 4 times more arrhythmias, working like a silent time bomb, waiting for you for the right time, the right moment, to give you a stroke, to kill you. Not health insurance companies and private hospitals and clinics. To those, we give them NABDA, the service.
Proposition that how we will tackling the market, an actual market, to sell your product.
NABDA is not just a wearable device. The wearable device is just the link on integrating other wearables. You can use your own watch, and we still get these data that we put our module in, which, by the way, gets 96%. We link it to their doctor. So it's not about the wearable. Our wearable, the results to the phone. If you want to use your phone, that's fine, but that's going to be a lot of load on the phone. So again, to accurately diagnose up to 14 arrhythmias, which we diagnose now.
Great, thank you.
And now welcome detection of planet disease team from Jordan.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mrs. Al-Khatib. I'm speaker of a Planet World company. I present to you our idea about reducing the losses in agriculture industries. Okay. Did you know that in 2025 the population will increase by 30%? Did you know that the losses from agriculture industries amounted to 33 billion around the world due to the agriculture disease? Here, the question arises here is, do we have the food resources that cover the repeat increase of population growth? Did you know that the treatment used to treat the planet disease is harmful to the human health because it contains chemical substances. Okay. 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 The most dangerous disease on a planet. Okay. The first one is red spider disease. Just a second. The most dangerous planet disease. The first one is red spider disease on a planet. As you can see here in the first image, this is the starting of the spread of the disease. And the next image show this is at the end of the disease. The second disease called powdery mildew on tomato. This is destroy the leaves in a plant, and also it's harmful to the human health because it causes respiratory infection and then lead to death. Right? Okay. The last disease called whitefly disease on a plant. This is destroy the leaves, and the sensitive plant will die. Okay. There is a lot and different type of plant disease as you can see here. And this is a list of named of plant disease. Here I found there is a need to employ technology to identify the plant disease and recommend the best treatment, organic suitable treatment by using artificial intelligence employing for identification and recommendation. Okay. The benefit of World of Planet app. First benefit, economic, by reducing the agricultural losses resulting from disease outbreaks. The second benefit, useful for human health because it makes a recommendation system. The third, provide an expert system that has ability to identify the disease on a planet. Okay, how the World of a Planet business model? By making a yearly or monthly subscription, and also by contracting with a company that provide organic treatment, by taking a commission by 7% for each order placed. Our target customer, as you can see here, there will be two accounts, company account and personal account. The company account targeted the agriculture crops companies, and the second account will be a personal account for home use, for identify the disease in a plant in the home and the flower disease. Marketing tool we will use search engine optimization, app store optimization, social media marketing like Facebook, and email targeting customers. Our competitor, we make search about the competitor, and we found there is the top three competitor about Plant X, Picture This, and Agro. There is a two common weakness in the three competitor. The first weakness is they not identify all type of disease, and the second weakness about they not recommend the best suitable organic treatment. About financial projection, as you can see here, in 2022, it will be a cost for a company that not will make a profit, but by year, the profit will be grow, and expected in 2027, the profit will reach approximately 400,000. Financial projection about the user and the number of download. As you can see here, if we suppose that 100 users download the app, okay, only 10 will subscribe our service, and year by year, the number of users will be increased. Thank you. Any question, please?
Let me start with something. So, have you started with a prototype? Can you hear me?
Actually, right now in ideation process.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, do you have a kind of early thinking how you're gonna?
Yes.
Yeah,
Actually.
so you will take a picture with a mobile, and then the processing will happen on the cloud, or how it works?
Yes, actually, we can do it by using Python programming language. We can build a very large representative data set that have all kind of a planet disease, and then when a new image arrive our app that can identify the new disease by the training data set.
Okay. There was a slide that you were showing the revenue growth to 2027.
Yes.
So how you project this, since you didn't start with the prototype, so you are not aware with the cost? How
Yeah,
it looks like?
actually, I'm looking in the same field for the project that work in the same field, and I found there's in the first year it will be cost for any.
This problem. What can we do to solve this problem? And that's when we came up with our intelligent firefighting system. Our intelligence just to start intervening just like it's happening now. So we're gonna solve the problem before it becomes a crisis. We're gonna do that by combining existing firefighting technologies. We're not reinventing the wheel, and that's very important for our product. We are combining existing firefighting technologies in an autonomous, coherent system. And let me show you how. Let's consider this is our forest area. An array of sensors is gonna be deployed in that forest area to cover the necessary area. Then we are gonna put a drone station in the G network. Now, let's say the most important that fire and send it to the drone station. Based on the location and the spread of the fire, the drone station is gonna send the necessary amount. By the way, is because we are using 3G modules, not 5G modules on our sensors. We are gonna do now the same thing. The second sensor is gonna provoke the first car. Of course, in real life, in our implementation, this delay is not gonna happen because we are gonna use 5G technology. In our prototype, we use 3G technology. Now we're gonna show you how, if we have one car that's unavailable, another car is gonna attend the next fire. For example, here we have triggered the first sensor. The first car is gonna go to that sensor, as you can see, and now we're triggering the second sensor with a flame. The second car is this car that's available, and it's gonna go to that flame. And that's it. Thank you.
I have a question regarding the coverage for the sensor. So how many sensors, for example, you need to cover 100 square meters?
Yes. So in terms of that, we have done a study. We have chosen a sensor that can cover, each sensor can cover 1 meter cube of area. So for example, 9 meter cube, you are going to need 9 sensors. Now, of course, you're going to ask me about how many drones are going to extinguish. Do you want to know that? Do you want me to go into that?
I just know about the sensor. Need to know about
the sensor.
Because the drone you can optimize in a later stage.
Yeah, exactly. There's leeway in terms of that.
Exactly.
But in terms of sensor, each sensor can cover 1 meter cube of area.
Okay. Thank you.
So the prototype are using a dashboard or something away from the IoT sensory and the video?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Do you have a dashboard where you can do this type of autonomous part of the prototype?
What's the word?
Dashboard. Like
Dashboard.
a web interface, like a command and control center interface?
For now, no. It's in the process of development. This, as I talked about the monitoring system, you mean? It's in development. We are working on it, but I have nothing to show you now. It's in development. But basically, the data is coming back to a place, but we don't have a visual interface to show it.
The pricing for the drones, you mentioned it's pricey, goes without saying.
Yeah, it is.
Did you manage that as part of your offering? As you mentioned, there is initial and a yearly fee.
Yeah. So if we go back to the slide of the financial plan, here in the financial projection, we have leeway. So for example, if a government wants more leniency in terms of area, let's say we need to cover only 10 squares of 9 meter square that are gonna be on fire simultaneously. So now I'm gonna need a certain number of drones, 20 drones for that. So if I need to cover a bigger area, I need a bigger number of drones. There's leniency in the model. So here you can see per meter cube. This model is based on 20 drones that cover a 30-kilometer radius. The radius is calculated because of the battery life of the drone that we use. So $10,000, we need this much drone for this amount of area. Of course, this is not a realistic number. You can't have 0.004 drones, but this is just for a model to be able to be extrapolated.
I'm thinking loudly. It's not clear for me. So if you're going to have one sensor per square meter,
yeah.
So if we're going to cover 100 square meters, have you think about the amount of energy that you might need?
The amount of energy.
Energy, yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of
So
electricity,
all
it's
these
only 400 square meters.
Yes.
Yeah.
All these sensors are gonna be low power sensors. So we are using low power modules and low power sensors. These can be powered by solar power or anything that is not very high power demanding. We can even power them by wireless power. But we're not gonna talk about that much advanced stuff. Let's think about solar power. We have also a project in Lebanon called IoT, Internet of Trees, that implements very similar technology. Any other question?
Yeah, I have a question. I don't know what's your target customer. I think you mentioned California wildfires, and I think you are trying to sell this to Californian forests. And there are some problems here. You will depend on the 5G network, which is not available in the wild acres or trees, not even 4G, not even 3G. There is no wireless coverage over there. There is no internet coverage over there. There is no cellular coverage over there because it's a huge area and it is not covered. How you will maintain this while the technology infrastructure is not there?
Yeah, so as you said, we have our targeted customers is not just California. It's any government that needs to implement such technologies. So any government that has problems in wildfires is our targeted customer. Now for the problem of the implementation, we mentioned 5G. If the country has the infrastructure for 5G, of course, we're not gonna go and implement an infrastructure. Just like the engineer that came first said he is gonna implement an infrastructure, we could use his framework. But if there's a country that doesn't have the infrastructure, we could use microwave, for example, technology that sends rays and has quite a high reach. So for example, we could use another communication technology that's just custom made for our system, like microwave technology, like any technology, any communication technology that has a limited amount of delay, let's say. Any other question? Thanks for having us.
Our fifth team today is No Fosti team from Morocco.
Hello everyone. Let me ask you something. How many times did you throw food because it went bad or because you overbuy and overcook the food? Unfortunately, we did. And here is the result. 1.3 billion tons of food are being discarded each year, which takes up 1/3 the amount of trash produced. And according to the statistics, Australia and US are the top countries who waste food, while a Moroccan wastes up to 130 kilograms per year with a rank of 9th in the world.
Food waste comes from 1.45 billion households and 15.6 million restaurants in the world. For the Moroccan market, we expect 5.91 million users in need. So until now, there are mobile apps that aim to reduce the problem, either by donation or by managing expiration dates. However, our solution offers 4 functionalities using AI. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you NoFosti, an interactive food consumption manager in the palm of your hand dedicated to kitchen users and restaurants. It enables you to store food properly, to reduce hunger and food waste, to save time and money, and it enhances using organic compost. So after you log in, you find the principal menu. My Kitchen is where you store your food items, and the system controls their expiration dates and suggests tips for their storage. If you feel hungry, go to Daily Meals. The system will recommend you a meal depending on food availability and your preferred taste, thanks to recommendation system using the nearly expired food. And to avoid overbuying, NoFosti specifies your purchases list according to your consumption history. And sometimes, if you decide to not use some items, we provide you an interactive network to exchange or to donate. So, to fulfill our idea, we need to cover resources like IT tools, trucks, drivers, which requires at least $145K per year. And in return, we expect the bulk of our revenues to come from premium versions, data and leftover sales, ads, and our app is free, but also users can pay for the premium. So we expect to earn $160K per year.
To ensure our economic growth, we will target in the first year the Moroccan market. The next year, we will penetrate Tunisia, Emirates, and Egypt market. And in the third year, we will expand our business to Saudi Arabia market. No4C is an idea of a team composed by future engineers specializing in diverse technologies. And we ask for investment of $150,000 to bring our idea to reality. We aim to reduce food waste to 30% in the world and to 0% for our customers. We believe that we will create a huge impact on both environment and on our life. Thank you.
So thank you very much for the insights. Yeah, I would say like it's nice numbers to have. So if I may ask, did you have a chance to, for example, to experiment this or to validate this in the market, especially for example with the cloud kitchens? Yeah.
Okay.
So there is a bit of cloud kitchens industry on the region at least and worldwide. Did you validate the concept?
So we take as an example our students in our school, our engineer school, and we ask them to ask their parents, their mothers, about the possibility to apply this application in their daily life. So we have a positive results. So we go ahead with the idea, and then we built some separated models of AI, like we started to classify some fruits, some vegetables with VGG models.
Did you build the model?
Okay.
Did you build the model?
Well,
the AI model.
Just some few drafts.
Okay.
زوين بزاف. يعني I like the idea. But
بارك الله فيك.
I have one question regarding, so it's all based on manual inputs from the user, or you're going to detect, for example, the expiration date using image recognition or something?
Yeah, we have this like 4 methods. Either you can add the expiration dates of your items manually, or you can just use the object detection to detect the object, and then we can add also a functionality that read the text to read the expiration date.
And what about the groceries, for example? You're going to buy cucumber or tomato, so how are you going to know, for example, the expiration date for it? It will be anticipated,
okay, they will be implemented in the system a data with estimated duration of those kind of food like vegetables and fruits, a duration of the life estimated for this kind of food items. So we can just add if we buy a fruit today, we can add 3 days to identify the expiration date.
Thank you.
Just my question was
Yeah. So that's why we have business with the users' kitchen and with the restaurants and the hotels. The restaurants and hotels will be for the kitchen user. It depends on his conscious to just save money inside instead to just through the food.
From my perspective, it will take a lot of effort for people to go and add this kind of repository they are having, or a lot of things in their kitchen, or in the fridge, it will take a lot of effort and time and people to do the addition. So are you doing some incentives to let these people happy to do that?
So we all keep telling the same what you said just now, but we believe as a team that if we want to change the world, we will start by ourselves. So we will create the app. We will use it from ourselves, our teachers, our colleagues in school, so we can spread the app and spread our idea to the global nation.
I'm just thinking loudly with you. So the retailers themselves, they know the expiration date for their products when they purchase, for example, from the wholesaler. So this can that you can exchange this data, for example, between the retailers and the end user. So this can be through a QR code at the end of the receipt, and then you can have a kind of a partnership or whatever the model that you're going to have between the retail, and your application.
Like we will sell the customers data to food industries to just analyze them and extract insights about behavior of people in front of food, so we can just the industry improve their businesses and produce more food that it will be sold, not just stored in the markets. I didn't hear you.
If you are going, for example, to buy milk from the supermarket, okay, milk between the supermarket and your application through whatever kind of partnership that you can make between your application and the supermarket. I think this will solve an important problem, which is we need to avoid as much as many
work and like this kind of partnership to just reduce.
Reforwarded it again and again. So many donors go to the same place to donate, and that causes the blood units to accumulate in same place. Okay. Our solution is the lifeline system. By using the lifeline system, we reduce the whole time that needed for the donation and for the blood transfusion process for the patient. Next slide. The feature of our solution. The first thing, I will explain it using example. For example, if the hospital need a blood units, the hospital what will do? It will go to the app and $14,000, 14,000 dirham. For the server, we need 14 dirham. And for the one weight sensor detector, we need 37 dirham. For the outsourced programmer, we need 10,000. Thank you. Is any question?
Thank you for today, and we are waiting for you for tomorrow for the second day. Thank you.